A rainbow is one of the most beautiful things that one could see with the human eye. Sadly, the rainbow, however, has been hijacked and transformed into something ugly that was once beautiful. You see, a rainbow these days is mostly associated with the pride slash LGBTQ community. If you ask most people, especially younger people, what they believe a rainbow represents, they are most likely to say something regarding the month of Pride or the LGBTQ community. Some may even say something like leprechauns or luck or any of the other fictional worldly things. But the rainbow has never and will never represent the LGBTQ community, leprechauns, lucky charms, or any of the rest, as God does not and will never stand for the LGBTQ community, despite what many false teaching preachers say or people that claim you can be a Christian and a person that is in the community or represents it by supporting it may say. You see, the Bible in Genesis chapter 9, verses 11 through 13 states that after God flooded the earth in the days of Noah, he promised that there would never be a flood that floods the earth again and allows it to kill the living creatures like the animals and the people. And he would set a rainbow in the sky, signifying this new covenant. This is the true meaning of the rainbow, that God would never flood the earth of its animals and peoples and living things ever again. And every time we see a rainbow in the sky, even today, it is a reminder of that promise. Now, as stated before, many have hijacked the meaning of the rainbow and particularly the LGBTQ community, which leads me into my next point that many within that community or supporters of it claim that you could be part of it or support it while also being a Christian or supporting Christian beliefs. Well, I'm here to debunk that false narrative as well. As I stated before, God does not and will never stand for that community. Many like to say, oh, well, there is not a Bible verse that explicitly states that God is against LGBTQ or says that being gay or homosexual is a sin. And to that I say, there is a verse, and the verse is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22, that states in the New Living Translation, do not practice homosexuality, having sex with another man as with a woman. It is a detestable sin. Thus, shutting down this false claim that LGBTQ or being gay is not a sin, or you can do both, supporting it or being a part of it while also being a Christian. Though that verse alone is enough to shut down this false narrative, I will also clarify some other false talking points. Somehow, the community of the LGBTQ community has twisted the story of the Roman servant that Jesus healed. They twisted the narrative that Jesus healed a Roman soldier's boyfriend in Luke chapter 7, verses 1 through 10, where Jesus is in Capernaum and the Roman soldier tells him his most loyal servant is sick. To this news, Jesus comes with the man to his house until the man tells him that he is not worthy to have a man as righteous as Jesus come into his house. So he tells him just to say from outside the door that he is healed, and he believes he will be healed because Jesus is that great and such a miracle performer. To this, Jesus is astonished and tells the man in the crowd of people that surrounded him that came to see this healing, that in verse 9, that I tell you, not even in Israel have I found such faith, which then his servant was healed, thus showing that Jesus did not heal his boyfriend, for he never had a boyfriend, showing how the LGBTQ community has yet once again taken something with truth and biblical standpoints and twisted it for their evil purposes. Though this should come as no surprise, as they did it with the rainbow, and they even do it with the word love and the meaning of love, which in this world, love has totally lost its meaning, but that is a topic for a completely different video. Lastly, to drive the nail in the coffin, or what is already a nailed coffin, is the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, many people that are in the LGBTQ community like to state that the story of Sodom and Gomorrah has nothing to do with the LGBTQ community or gay people. This should come as no surprise, as of course they would say it has nothing to do with them because they believe what they do is nothing wrong. But it is. Now, I would like to say the entirety of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah does not have to do with all of gay people or the sin of LGBTQ, but it is most certainly included. In Genesis chapter 19, when Lot welcomes the angels of heaven's army over into his house, a group of men stand outside Lot's door. And as Genesis chapter 19, verses 4 through 5 states, before they had gone to bed, all of the men of the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. They called out to Lot, saying, "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Send them out to us so we can have sex with them." Which then Lot in verses 6 through 7 of Genesis chapter 19 responds that he went outside to meet with them and shut the door behind them and said, "No, my friends, don't do this wicked thing." Showing that Lot, a man of God, knew that homosexuality is and will always be a wicked thing. Well, I feel everything that needed to be said was said. God bless you all, my friends, and have a great day or night, depending on where you are watching this video from.